Fari after a win in style, I would say, from the first lap to the end of the race. Fantastic race from Suleiman. And Kirill Kutskov promoted to second after a fight with Saker Almosherji. You will see Almosherji down to 8 for a 10 seconds penalty. So promoted Andrei Petrovic up to third position, Federico Al-Rifai in fourth, Oscar Wurz in fifth, Amda Al-Kubaisi in sixth, Omar Al-Varid Alderani in seventh. Saker Al-Mosherji, as we said, is down to 8 because of the penalty of 10 seconds. And then Abdulaziz Abuzenada, good job for him to be in the top 10 today in 9th, and Amr Kulbezi to wrap up the top 10. Jabor Altani and Abdullah Al-Kubezi didn't finish the race. I've seen they were working on Jabor's car. After race 2, he had an issue, and really looking forward to see Jabor back on track as everybody. And now we hear from the drivers in the very final race of the season. Let's hear what the guys there has to say. Emotion is raising with the drivers.
Here we are ready for the last race of this wonderful season, starting from the pole position, Federico Rifai. Federico, just a quick question. Pressure off now for you. How are you going to race for this last of the season?
Now that the pressure's off, I'll still try to win this race, you know, end it on a high. And yeah, definitely, I'll still keep on pushing.
So you're not giving up, trying to win one more race?
Yeah, for sure, I'll try to win this one.
Okay, let's enjoy this race. Let's go to the other title contender that has been fighting for the whole season really hard. So, Andrei, really nice season for you. We're starting really good from the very beginning. Unfortunately now, I mean, pressure up, but not in the way you intended. How are you going to race this time?
Yeah, like always, go for the win. Championship is out of reach. I don't like when championships are decided in the steward's office, but it happened this time. But yeah, just like any other race, push and go for the win.
Okay, Andrei, so let's enjoy this last race of the season. And let's give it all, of course. Let's go on with the grid. We have Hamda Al-Kubezi. Pretty solid qualifying. You are starting P3 for this one. Last race of the season. So how you're going to fight with these other two guys in front of you that have been fighting for the whole season?
Yeah, I think it's just about staying out of trouble. The last two races didn't go as planned, but it wasn't my fault. But yeah, I just want to finish the season well, try to get another podium in the bag, and hopefully that's how it ends.
Okay, let's hope for a win then. Enjoy it. So let's go on to get some other words for the third driver of the championship, Kirill Kutskov. Really solid race here in Jeddah for all the three races. This is the last one of the season. Pressure off because now we're at third position. It's already at home. How are you going to race this time?
Yeah, you know, there is a big fight. I already know the big fight for the championship because Fede already won it. But still, Andre got a new tire, so just going to keep it behind. And then maybe if I get a chance, try to overtake.
Okay, Kirill, enjoy the race. So that's really all from my side. Now, Luca and Aaron, it's your time. See you.
Well, it's always fascinating to hear from the drivers when it's only few seconds before actually starting from a race. And this is still the moment when the driver is half human and half driver, but then when the visor is done, the human being just disappears and remains only the racer, the driver. Believe me, once the visor is down and the engine is on, the change is potentially one of those that you wouldn't expect. So sometimes the most quiet guy can become one of the hardest and toughest racer, and while one of those guys that they might look you know, very aggressive. Maybe in the cars they can just focus themselves and remain calm. So some of them, some of us, they have basically a sort of a capability to give to the racer inside the helmet just to unleash the beast when the visor is down. But then we just have to make sure, as ourselves, as a championship, as teams, as coaches, to teach them how to manage this sort of a personality once you have the visor down. So, final race of the season. And on pole position we have Federico Alrifai on pole position, as he had the fastest third lap during qualifying, and beside him Andrei Petrovic. These two, they are really fighting until the end of the championship. Wow, it has been a really busy day. We started with a free practice early evening. After that, straight to qualifying. There was already a lot of drama in qualifying, with the long yellow flag for unfortunately seeing Oscar Wurz off track. And after that we saw very exciting final minutes of qualifying that saw pole position from Petrovic and second Rifai, while for race 3 is inverted, with those two fighting since the start of this championship and also in this final race. Final race, we see again the circuit layout, 27 amazing fast corners. 1, 2 is quite slow, third gear corner, but then 4 is fourth gear corner, quite fast, then flat out until 8, little lift in 8, little lift in 9, and then again flat out until turn 13, bank corner, very technical, a bit unique inside in between the walls, and then another fourth gear corner in 16, carry the speed, use the curves, and then flat out in this fast twisty section, and downshift to fourth from 6th in 22, and then on the exit flat out, 23 flat out, 24, 25, 26, and then hard braking, overtaking spot in 27, last corner, third gear, and into the main straight. So the walls are in most of the racetrack the limits, while in some of the fast corners we have quite a big runoff area that makes the circuit safe, and while in the straight line sections the drivers, they have to be aware that there is no gap and no margin for mistakes. As you can see, the walls are just beside the apexes. Now all the cars are approaching the final corner. They will line up on the grid at the end of this sighting lap. I take the opportunity to thank all the mechanics. Thanks a lot, guys. These guys, they are fantastic, always with their smile on their face. Believe me, these guys, they can work with so much passion, and this is the what it makes this big team as a big family. Fantastic work by our mechanics. For you to know, most of them, they come from Malaysia, Philippines, as part of the original Meritus team as a Malaysian heart. So now we will see the green lights for the formation lap. So I have to thank all the mechanics for their work. They've been fantastic in repairing cars very quickly and giving all these drivers equal cars, ready to race, same setup, same engine, same everything. So the win has to go to the best driver. This is how the championship is designed, how the philosophy it is. and the engineers as well. Thanks a lot to all the engineers that have been part of the championship. They really understood the concept and the philosophy, which every engineer is dedicated to 2 drivers, but at the end, all the drivers, they have to feel that all the engineers, they are working towards the same goal, which is making all these drivers better drivers, to teach them, to help them, and to just stay beside them in this part of their learning part, their journey. And this is the grid of the final race of the season. Federico Alrifai, pole position. Petrovic second. Amda Alcubezi, let's hope she can finish on a high after bad luck today. Kutskov fourth, and Kutskov is performing well in these final rounds. Omar Alvalid Alderani fifth, solid qualifying and good speed from him. Amna Alcubezi, like her sister, she needs better luck. Let's see what she can deliver. And seventh, Saker Al-Mosherji, talented driver. Abdullah Al-Kubeizi, P8, is the best qualifying so far. Good job, Abdullah. Jabor as well, good job in 9th. Suleiman Zanfari, the winner of race 2, is starting in P10. 11th for Faisal Al-Kabani, Abdulaziz in 12th, and Oscar Wurz, as we said before, unfortunately, he had to forfeit the qualifying and he has to start from the back, but he has the opportunity to show his speed and come through the field. So as we approach the final sector of the very last race of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship, certified by FIA, a lot of action today, but it's good to finish on a high with these 2 drivers that have been fighting for the championship, as they are now going to fight for the final win of the season, and this will determine the final result as well. It's good that the top 3 in the championship are now 1, 2, 4, so just to confirm their state of shape, with Amda in second row as well. The yellow car from Omar Al-Walid Al-Derani. Now we see them going to line up. There they are on the grid. And well, Al-Rifai slightly pointing towards Andre, and Andre is slightly pointing towards Federico. That is the positioning of the final race of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabian Championship. Everything is ready, all the lights, 3 and 4 and 5, and the lights are off, and the starts, great start from Andre. Andre in first, and Amda, she's going to try the inside. And then we have Kutskov against Omar. Kutskov is in front, it looks like. Andre on top. What a start from Andre. And Rifai second, Amda third. Then Amna took the opportunity to overtake Omar. Omar, so maybe was a little bit squeezed by Kirill and probably had to lift. So Amda took the opportunity to overtake, while we see that Andre is trying to pull away, is trying to push. Omar trying to defend from Suleiman Zanfari. Zanfari is pumped up after the fabulous win of the previous race. And what a view from the drone, looking into the final twisty sector. And there you go, from turn 16 up to turn 22. And 22 is that corner where you go under the illuminated bridge. From 6th gear, you brake down to 4th, carry the speed, and now exiting 23 and 24 flat out towards the final turn of the circuit. Andre is really pushing hard. He's trying to stretch the gap. And Kutskov very close to Hamda Al-Kubaisi. Yeah, Kutskov very close. Very close. Fantastic to see the fight. And Oscar Wurz trying the inside. Suleiman Zamfari is defending. Good defending from Suleiman, but Oscar, he looks fast. He looks pumped up and ready to fight. Unfortunately for him, starting at the back of the field. He's now really close to Suleiman Zamfari. At the moment, the two fights are Kutskov and Hamda, and also Wurz getting very close to Zamfari. Andrei Petrovic, what a start from second place to position 1. Great job by Andrei Petrovic, but Federico Rifai at the moment is in second. The gap is more or less 1 second, so it's still okay to have the slipstream, but Petrovic, I think he will try to push lap after lap after lap. He really wants to try and stretch that gap. The yellow car from Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani looks really close to Amna Al-Kubaisi. Let's see if Omar can get even closer. There they are. In this section, the slipstream is quite powerful. Oh no, such a shame. It was such an unlucky weekend for Faisal Al-Kabani. And Kutskov outside move. Wow, and he made it. He made it. Late break for Kutskov and Omar Al-Durrani also in the same corner at the same time. So the both, they were able to maximize in the same corner at the same time, and we have two wides where Kutskov has to defend now, has Omar Al-Durrani, and they both made it. So we now have Kutskov in third and Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani in fifth, while Wurz is still very close to Zamfari, but not yet close enough. I mean, he's close, but not able to make a move yet. By the way, Zamfari and Wurz, they're not too far from Amna and Omar as well, so that's definitely one of those races where this group can maybe get more compacted. In the meantime, P9 for Jabor Al-Thani, that is able to keep the pace, almost keep the pace of Zamfari and Wurz. It's not really that far from them. Good improvement. So the fastest lap for the moment is from Andrei Petrovic with a 7.5, which is a really good lap, and it's a lap that is good enough for one of the top spots for qualifying. So it means that Andrei is pushing 100%. We are seeing a very different race compared to race 1, a race that is more based on pure pace, on pure speed, which is definitely confirming that Petrovic and Rifai are the quickest on track. Potentially Petrovic with a little bit of margin. Yeah, basically same lap time, 7.8 for both. and Kirill Kutskov just a couple of tenths slower than those two. Suleiman Zanfari is catching Wurtz, so potentially for a P5 there could be a fight in between Omar Al-Walid Al-Derrani, Amnan Kubaisi, Suleiman Zanfari and Oscar Wurtz. They all did their quickest lap in the final lap, with Omar also matching Amda's lap time. So the pace is much more consistent through the field, but this is one of those races where the track position, it is definitely making a difference. As you can see, the pace between all these drivers is very even, very equal. The fastest lap for the moment is done by Andrei Petrovic. He is very focused. He's been trying to win a race today, and he has now an opportunity with 7 laps to go. Federico Rifai is able to more or less maintain the gap. Now he is consistent on a 1.4, 1.5 seconds in between those two. I mean, 7 laps to go. If he stays green all the time, it's a long race here in Jeddah. It's more than 2 minutes per lap. The tires, we have to say that they stay quite consistent, but it also depends on potentially the differences in between tire wear between the drivers. So in this lap, Rifai is only 1/10 of a second faster than Petrovic, so the gap is 1.3. While Kutskov and Amda, they are 3/4 tenths slower than those two, as Omar is also another couple of tenths slower. We now have this group of 4 guys that they are quite close, but with 6 laps to go, it all depends on the pace, how they manage the tires, and if they can keep the driving clean and focus, and maybe try and improve lap by lap. Amna, yes, after she had to lose the position to Omar Al-Walid Al-Derrani, then Amna Kubaisi, she's been doing the same pace, same lap times as Omar, and they are very close. Let's see if towards the end of the race, these 4, as you can see here on screen, they will be compacted, and they can provide the final fight of the final race. Wow, I can see Al Rifai is getting a little closer. It's getting a little closer, yes. So it also depends on how you are treating your tires, and the fastest lap is for Petrovic, but now Petrovic has a little bit of a drop for 2-3 tenths of a second, while Al Rifai, let's see if he keeps improving. Yes, Al Rifai, he improved his lap time once more, and is now only 1.1 away from Petrovic. And when you are more or less 1 second away your contender, you start to feel more the slipstream. And when you feel more the slipstream in a Formula 4 car, then it's when you can get closer and maybe try and make a move at the end of the straight. We have to also remember that these drivers, most of them, they have very little experience in motor racing, but they were able to learn so much through the championship, and they now have many starts, many qualifying, sets of tires, different tracks under the belts that they can maximize their experience, not only for today's race event, but for their near future in motor racing. Is not common to have the opportunity to race in some of the best circuits in the world, where Formula 1 and other top categories races, and these very young guys or girls, they had already this opportunity at their age. So Omar in fourth, Omar in fifth, Amna sixth, Suleiman Zamfari and Oscar Wurz quite close one to the other. As you can see, we have quite in the back Sakir Al-Mosherji that is trying to come back through the field. Number 5 is one of the fastest car on track, but unfortunately after a slow start and a difficult first lap, he was now able to gain some positions and is now in front of Jabor Altani. So Sakir Al-Mosherji, definitely one of the fastest cars on track, especially in the previous lap was the fastest out. But yeah, it's not easy for him now to try and come through the field. So now Kutkov, he was able to stretch a little bit the gap. He's one of those situations where for the moment he has gap in front and gap behind, as it is for the rest of the group. The yellow car of Omar Avalid Al-Durrani. Amna Al-Kubaisi is still quite close with 4 laps to go. Let's see who can hang on to their tires and keep pushing, trying to extract the little grip and the maximum grip available from the tires from now on until the end of the race. With Federico Arifai trying to slowly, meter by meter, getting closer to the leader Andrei Petrovic. Now the gap could be now under the second when these two contenders cross the line, and we will have 3 laps to go. Wow, still really quick, both of them. 7.7 for the leader, 7.6 for the second, with 9/10 of a second apart. Kirill Kutkov also down to 7.9. He did his fastest lap of his race. So he's now at the same pace as the first two, but with a little bit of a gap. He's 3.6 seconds away, as we can see now. But Kirill in his final laps in the series, trying to push as hard as possible. I'm still not close enough to Omar, but also not far that Omar can take too much of a breath. Kutkov, Amna Al-Kubaisi, Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani, Amna Al-Kubaisi, Zamfari in the orange car, followed by Oscar Wurz in the green car. Such of an unlucky weekend for Oscar Wurz after failing to qualify. That really hurt his final round of the championship. Oscar, we know, we believe that he has he had the full potential to be one of the contenders for the title, but we definitely wish him best for the rest of the season in his following programs, and really wish him the best, as we do for all the drivers. So the gap now from Hamda is again a little bit closer, so they are now both of them pushing super hard and putting some pressure ones to the other. Quickest lap of the race from Al Rifai, only 0.6 of a second now behind Petrovic. 2.75 from Al Rifai, 2.78 from Petrovic, and here they are with a little less than 2 laps to go. Wow, yeah, it's and one of those endless fight in between these two. Definitely, I have to say, they deserve to be in contention of becoming the champion, to claim the title, because they have shown great speed, consistency, racecraft, and attitude, because these two drivers, they have an incredible potential to become professional race car driver. Really hope that we help them to improve themselves and become better drivers, but we can see that they did since the beginning of the championship. Petrovic trying hard to keep the lead, maintain the lead, win 1 lap plus 1 sector to go. It is a race based on pure pace, pure speed, pushing from the line to the checkered, showing the true speed that these guys have. And now we are going to start the final lap. Final lap. Andrei Petrovic in first. Al Rifai, 9/10 of a second. Petrovic now doing the quickest lap of the race. He did it in the second last lap. It's also a fight in between these little things, showing I have more pace, I'm faster, I led this race since the start, I want to win it. This is what the fastest lap from Petrovic says. Pushing hard, throwing everything he has into these final corners, not only of the race, not only of the race weekend, but of the championship. And now it's evident that there is potentially no more opportunities for Federico Rifai. Petrovic has done everything he could to win this final race. It's not over yet, but Petrovic has done everything perfect. One of the best races from Andrei Petrovic, masterclass driving. This is what we want to see from these drivers. They have to show us that they have the capabilities, the speed, the mentality. This is what we wanted to see from our best drivers of our championship, pushing hard and trying to finish on a high. With 1 corner to go, Andrei Petrovic, number 49, is going to win in style from the start to the flag. And the last final checkered flag goes to Petrovic. And he finishes on a high with a fantastic race win. A fantastic race win. In second, Federico Alrifai. Congratulations to the boat for delivering such a spectacle. And with these results, Federico Alrifai, he wraps up the title, and with a consistency and another podium, we will crown Federico Alrifai as Formula 4 Saudi Arabia champion. Petrovic in second, Kirill in third, Kirill Kutskov. It's great to see these three guys in the final podium of the final race. Thank you guys for delivering such a great show. Hamda Al-Kubaisi, she also finishes on a high, showing a lot of speed. Great solid P4. Omar Alvarito Adriani in fifth, Hamda Al-Kubaisi in sixth, Suleiman Zanfar in seventh after winning race 2. Oscar Wurz in eighth. Not the weekend he was hoping for, but we wish him the best luck for the rest of the season. Sakel Al-Mosherji in ninth, but a great showing of speed from Saker. Abdullah Al-Kubaisi, what an improvement as it is for Jabor Al-Thani and Abdulaziz Abu Zenada. Unfortunately, Faisal Al-Kabani had to retire from this race. Not the luckiest home race for Faisal Al-Kabani. And now Andrei Petrovic going back into the pits. He must be proud for what he has achieved. He must be proud as he's been doing a fantastic championship. This weekend he has done everything he could. He can regret maybe the Monday race when it was not his lucky day, even if he has shown great speed. But I'm sure that finishing on a high with such a great performance, he must be happy, he must be proud of himself. As Federico must be proud of himself for being our first champion. Good job, Andrei. We are happy to see you finishing with a smile, because this is how it should be. You've been super quick. And also the hug that I can see between Federico Alrifai and his dad, with Peter Thompson, our championship promoter, congratulating, and Kirill Kutskov congratulating with his engineer and with Petrovic. Kutskov again, great finish of the championship, consistent on the podium, solid third place, and well deserved as well, because Kirill is another amazing, amazing talent. And yeah, here you see all the crowded pit lane as we get towards the end of this final race of the season. And Jeddah, we will miss you, Jeddah. We'll come back for sure, as we will to the other fantastic circuit. It has been a phenomenal season with, I would say, great success from all the talent that these drivers has displayed. We are ready to hear from the top three finishers. And
here we are,
Kirill Kutskov,
third for the last race of the season, third in the championship. What we're missing today to get the second win of your season?
Starting position. just didn't make that great with the qualifying, and then, you know, not from first row is always harder, but it is how it is now. Race 3, like, I expected to finish P3, I finished P3, nothing more I could do, so.
So you were really growing up from the beginning of the season up to the end. In Jeddah you show up a lot of good results, good pace. How was this championship for you, starting from go-karting and getting straight away with this car and seeing your evolution? How did it feel?
Yeah, that's a great championship, especially to make it as a rookie, you know, for the first time in Drive Formula 4. To get the experience is a great championship, of course. Like, great tracks we used to drive for this championship, 4 tracks. Yeah, 4 tracks is unbelievable. Formula 1 tracks, you know, the experience I got is just crazy. So, yeah.
So looking forward to see you, I don't know, again around the track. Congratulations for this season.
Thank you, Kirill. Thank you, Kirill. We appreciate your kind words, saying that is the right championship after your karting career to start your motor racing career, and all the best for you. And let's hear from Federico Alrifai.
Federico Alrifai, you are the first Aramco Formula 4 Saudi Arabian champion. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great. Obviously it was long, like 4 or 5 months racing, and it's great that we put it all together. It was quite consistent over all 6 rounds. So yeah, it feels great.
So through the whole season, at the end of the race, you seem to be all the time really fit. What are you doing for training and to be ready for it?
Mostly gym, do a bit of running, scopare.
And what about what is coming next? I mean, this season for you was really good, and what is coming in your future?
I'll be racing in the GT Cup Open Championship this summer with the Porsche GT3 Cup. So yeah, it should be interesting.
Okay, thank you, Federico.
You guys have to understand that it's been such a long, intense day for Federico that is also messing with us, with Marcello and myself, as he's just explaining to us how he enjoys training between races. And Andrei Petrovic, the fantastic winner of the final race of the season.
Andrei Petrovic, a win, one more win in your season. I mean, from the outside, it seemed to be pretty boring because you were leading from the beginning up to the end, but you were really fast, really solid up to the end of the race. I'm sure this is not the way you wanted to finish, with a win for sure, but not like that in the championship. But how is the balance of this championship for you? How did you enjoy it? Did you feel you were growing up?
No, it's good because this is my first year in single-seaters. First time driving F4 in this championship. At the beginning, if someone would have told me that I would compete for the win in the championship, I wouldn't have believed them. But after this one, coming off a little bit disappointed after not winning the championship, but coming home with a win in the last race, so I'm pretty happy with how everything ended, and it's a good stepping stone for next things to come in my career.
So what is your career now? What are you going to do for this rest of the season?
For the rest of the season, I'm going to be competing in arguably the strongest championship in F4, Italian and Euro 4. And I hope I can bring some knowledge from here to then.
So what can you say about this championship? Would you suggest to other young drivers that are starting their career?
Yeah, it's really good championship for beginners. For rookies, for me, it was perfect. I don't think we could have chosen a better championship. For next year, they will get better stewards, so I think it will be even better. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Andrei.
Thank you. One more thing.
So it's
Thank you to everyone in Serbia.
It's great to. He was about to say to thank everybody in Serbia, I bet, as he has many followers. So let's see what happened during this very final race with Andrei Petrovic winning in style. Andrei definitely is nice to see him happy after obviously the disappointment of not securing the title, but at least he's finishing on a high and he must be proud of himself. And this is unfortunately Faisal Al-Kabani. And what a move from Kirill. I liked it very much from the outside. Good job, Kirill, finishing third in the race and in the championship. And Federico Arifai, yes, tried his best to match the speed of Petrovic, but it wasn't quite enough. Petrovic responded with the fastest lap of the race in the second last lap, and a well-deserved winner of today, race 3. It's good to see him with a smile, as he has done a fantastic season. So, again, this is all from the Aramco Formula 4 Saudi Arabian Championship, certified by FIA. It has been a pleasure commenting all these races with you. Thanks everybody, all the mechanics, all the engineers. Thank you very much, and I'll leave you to the season highlight and see you next year. Thank you very much. From Luca Filippi, that's all.